Okay.
Guys, please welcome Richard Wang. He is managing partner at Draper Dragon Fund, and now his speech is about how VC, how venture funds help to build blockchain infrastructure. Yes, here are you. The stage is yours. Go ahead, Richard.
Okay. Thank you, Sergey. So sorry about everybody. So I got some connection earlier. So finally I got on here. Okay. I do have some slide to share you guys. So let me do it now. Okay. So yep. Here it is. So I think this is better, right? So I'd like to show you how the venture capital can help out to build up the blockchain infrastructure. But maybe you guys feel strange, right? Because of what the venture capital do is only investment, but it's not necessarily true because we need to help out the ecosystem. So if you are aware that some venture capital actually invest the whole ecosystem, whole the food chain from very beginning all the way to maybe the secondary market. So the reason we do so is that for some portion that we do the strategic investment and trying to help out us to have maybe better the deal sourcing, maybe better value added to the company that we are investing, and later on we are expecting they have a much higher return. So well, it's not just investment money or invest capital. So that's what I try to say. Okay, so I give a very short introduction about ourselves. We have several funds. One fund we call is Draper Dragon Digital Assets Fund. Okay, so I think it's easier to understand that this fund actually is more focused on blockchain, right? So follow the instruction and also the guideline from our big boss, Team Draper, that actually we invested this area for about 4 or 5 years already. So so those are our parts of our portfolios, including a lot of public chain, including some media, including some rating company like Token Insight, and including some apps, also wallet and also exchange. But here is only list parts of our portfolios. So when we say the infrastructure, we normally think about, yes, it's a public chain, right? And we think about it's a ledger, right? Some kind of software, enterprise software, it's a distributed ledgers. And some kind of filing, storage, and maybe sometimes people talking about staking as well, right? Because this all the things is trying to help out the so-called infrastructure, right? So this is about the blockchain itself. But back to the industry, how we are able to help out the industry, or say help out to educate the market. And we can think about incubator, for example, right? So there's one good example is that, even in Team Draper's ecosystem, we have a university, we have a incubator, we have an accelerator, and of course a VC and also some PE, all in the Silicon Valley. Okay, and in China, Draper Dragon, actually we are more focused on China market. So I will show something more about how we do this in China. Okay, so yes, we're trying to work with some local government, trying to build a small incubators, help out the startups. That's what the VC can do, but not many VC doing this. But actually, for the blockchain area, for the infrastructure to say, I think that's quite important because this market is still early. Okay, and actually the technology itself is still not that mature. Okay, even technology itself, not just marketing, right? So normally, if we think about the past few from the history, normally the technology is leading the market. But even blockchain, we don't measure the market. Even the technology itself is not that mature. So you are going to see the publication 2.0, 3.0, something like that, and you are going to see all the different storages, all the different the consensus scheme, right? So POXYZ, something like that. Okay. So anyway, incubator is one way to help out the startup company, to help out those founder and trying to bring more resource to them, okay, and bring the industry resources, bring the government resources, bring the developer resources. So okay, and I think the second one is very important. Is that there's another something VC doing, government lobbying. Okay, I don't believe that in other area, other industry people VC doing that, but we do know, of course, the US SEC, they have a lot of power to try to, for example, right, last week, two weeks, a couple weeks ago, they just, the Telegram just, okay, give up, okay, right, Telegram just give up. But anyway, so this is really very important to do the government lobby, is because right now the regulation is not mature either. The regulation need to be involved as well. And at this moment, if we're trying to bring up not just the infrastructure, but the infrastructure itself is not just about a public chain, it's also about the apps, okay? Because there's no apps, those infrastructure is no use, and maybe they are never to survive in 2 years, something like that, right? So we have to talk to the government, even educate them, give them some kind of training and tell them what is the technology trend, what is this going to transform finance, transform the public service, transform all the economies, right? So do so. And this is not something VC did before, but mention again, how can help, right? Because in the blockchain, there's something we can do to help out building, okay, help out the regulation and
Yeah, what's happening? Richard, are you with us? Yeah, just for a couple of seconds reconnected. Now Richard's come back to us. We see him. Yes, Richard, you're back. Just turn on your mic. Everything is going well. Just turn on your mic. Your microphone just disconnected.
Okay, got it.
Now it works. Perfect.
Okay, good. I guess I was monitored by the government here, right?
No. It's okay. Now you're only here.
Okay, maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, so let me move to the next page. How can I move that? Maybe I think I need to stop.
Maybe you have to unshare. I can
unshare, right, I guess. How to do that? Unshare. Right.
I can do it. Yes. Wait a second, please. I can stop the participant.
Oh, that's what's shared by you now, so I can do nothing. Anyway, I don't really. That's fine. I guess I can continue.
Okay, I see. Okay, just give
that's
me a couple
seconds. So yes, yeah. So by doing so, actually, we also invest in the media, right? We do we have a rating company, and let me see, and right, we help to the developers, and not by say so. Actually, we also trying to bring the business for the public chain company. We even try to bring the business to them. For example, we talk to the public company and talk to discuss with them what kind of enterprise solution they may need, right? And so to do so, we are able to help out those public company. And also, we talk to the government and trying to bring some business from government, because now government got a budget and they have a lot of use case from the public service. So that's how we can help them. And I guess the last point I want to say is that China now just developed a so-called BSN, right? We call a blockchain.
I'm sorry, Richard. Just try to turn off one of the speech, because we hear you twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
just
how can
turn only Zoom on. Everything you can close. Now you're able to share your screen as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
don't worry.
Come back now. Wow, it's really
perfect.
Okay.
It's working. Yeah.
Right. This what I just mentioned, right? About, and we also help out do the hackathon, something like that. All the thing is what we venture capital can do to help out all the infrastructure. Okay. So I guess the final point I want to talk about the BSN. Okay, now China is building the so-called blockchain-based surface network. This was actually start by China Unicom, China Information Center, and also China Mobile. So this kind of infrastructure is trying to help out the China developer, not just China, sorry, global developer, help them to develop the apps. So this infrastructure is going to provide lower cost, higher speed, and tons of nodes and also storage filing to help out those apps developers. So those developers just simply learn some kind of language so they can deploy the apps. And these things is going to help out the infrastructure, help out the ecosystem. And what we can do as a venture capital, we bring all those public chain company to them because this kind of network, this kind of platform is going to support all the different platform. So we say cross platform, right? So I think there are a lot of things we can do as a venture capital to help out this. So I just shared whatever that we have done for the things we are doing. Okay. So also not just the BSN. Also, if you heard about that, China also promote they are going to have the new infrastructure development in next 5 years, and the government is going to put the 150 billion USD to help all those things, including the high-speed train, subway systems, state grid, 5G, AI, IoT stuff, and actually all the things is going to have the distributed ledger software embedded involved. So this kind of develop the physical infrastructure things is also help out the blockchain infrastructure, the developer as well. And what we can do again, we need to involve all those projects and bring those all those blockchain players, project company into this new infrastructure ecosystem. Okay, so I guess that's what I will share this time.
Okay, perfect. I see your time is over as well. Yeah, and our panelists are ready to move forward on our event.
Yes.
Richard, thanks you a lot. Yes.
Sorry about the trouble, the connection.
No. Everything is good. Everything is the best. Now we are going to our next panel. We are going to our panelists. Richard, we have to say you goodbye. Nice to meet you here.
Okay.
Yes. See you again.
Thank you. Bye.
Ivan, you can turn on.